Repeat it. Delete it. Repeat it. Delete it. Repeat it. We got the answer to all of your problems.
What's your name?
Kai.
Kai.
People say Key.
That's
They
what I
say
thought
Kai.
it was.
It is Key, but people just start saying Kai, so I just go with Kai.
Right.
That's what everybody knows.
Okay, because that's what I never could figure out, because I actually thought it was Key.
Key Harris.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Okay.
most people can't pronounce words, so they say Kai.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us where you from.
From Water Valley, Mississippi.
Right.
Home of the Blue Devils.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so how long you been out that way?
We moved to Water Valley. I came to school there in the 5th grade, and I've been on and off there ever since.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about school? What was school like for y'all?
School was pretty good. I didn't go through a lot of bullying. I think I was more misunderstood than anything.
Right. Okay.
But school was okay. It was okay.
Would you say it was more like of a country vibe or a city vibe?
To me, it was a city because I grew up in the country. Where I grew up, no stores, just gravel road. We can walk on it.
Uh-huh.
So when I moved to Water Valley, I felt like I was in the city. It was very different.
Right. So, my bad, but tell me, how was it, school? What was it like for you, going to school? Because I understand that, you do, what is it, witchcraft or voodoo, you know about it. Put it like, I'm not going to say do.
I don't like the word, witchcraft.
Right.
My bad. I prefer, you can use voodoo, but witchcraft is not a word that I use. Right. Although I understand the meaning and the definition of it, but yeah.
Okay, so kind of help me understand, the meaning of witchcraft, like the difference between.
Well, witchcraft, using that word, it'll run people off. So I learned to choose my words wisely, you know. Witchcraft, of course, it say witchcraft they feel like it's something evil coming out of it. Mm-hmm. So I don't use it. I prefer voodoo, voodoo, or stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, but it's most definitely something that a lot of people can't talk about. Mm-hmm. So yeah, once you understand it, you'll be okay.
Right. So, that's why I got you here to try to help me kind of understand it a little better, because I heard good things about it, and I actually heard some bad things as well,
Well, you got just like yin and yang, mm-hmm. just like good and bad, up and down, you need the good, the bad to have the good. So it all, it's all like the same.
So, okay. All right, so what about that school? What was school like, the experience?
Well, in school, I wasn't doing it like purposely. Okay, at school, I wasn't doing it like purposely. I went into it like that in school. I might have been doing stuff, I didn't know what I was doing, because to me it was normal. Right. So, but I wasn't doing it like that in school.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so when at the point of your life that you realized, that you was like kind of interested in or brought into it, that you just kind of started doing it?
Okay, when I had my son, that was 2014. Mm-hmm. I noticed some changes in me. I was pregnant with him, so I started, something in me made me start going vegan. Right. When I had my son, I carried my son, I didn't eat no meats. I started out vegan. So later on, my son, maybe 1 going on 2, I had a car wreck. Right. I had a spiritual awakening. After I had that spiritual awakening, I seen a completely different world. It was like I was in a whole nother universe. Mm-hmm. Like, honestly. And once I had that spiritual awakening, it made me feel like I lost my mind, but at the same time, I was finding myself, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. And I always knew I was different. I always knew I stood out. I just didn't know why. I was looked at different, or people just treated me really different. Mm-hmm. Like, I wasn't bullied, but I was most definitely treated different. Like, I was always put last in life. So it bothered me. Mm-hmm. But once I had that awakening, I found myself. Okay.
Well, I heard you mention that, you became vegan.
Yeah.
So is it something, against our religions or something, that you feel like you can't eat meat, or you got to become vegan?
Eating meat, even today, eating meat is very hard for me.
Right.
Like, I want to stop eating so bad, like stop eating meat bad. But the people around me, they eat meat. So I have to cook meat, to feed them. So it's hard for me to reject or turn down meat because of the people I'm around. And I also understand, like, if I stop eating, I become 100% vegan. Not vegetarian, but vegan. And once I do that, I tune in because, like, the meats that we're eating, like whatever animal you're eating, basically, whatever the animal thinking, however it got slaughtered or whatever, you having them thoughts and all that goes into you once you eat it and digest it and stuff. It's like you picking up off the animal spirit and everything they've seen or been through is in them. So that's sometimes why we have the dreams.
Oh, okay. So you saying, like, basically they can come from, like, slaughtering, having bad dreams could basically come from eating meat and slaughter animals.
Yeah, same as if, like, another situation. People wear human hair. These people get this hair cut off their head or whatever. You put that hair on your head, you go to sleep with the hair in your head at night, then you having their thoughts. You might put the hair in your head and you start feeling real down and depressed. Same with the meat, and you are, what you attract, which is meaning, like, you put that in you, or if you be around these certain things, this is just how it's gonna be on you, like on your whole aura. Right. So you got to be very careful of the things you eat, especially when it comes to meat. If you're gonna eat meat, like I do, I pray over it. Right. Like a good prayer. I give thanks to the animal because they was sacrificed to give us the food. So yeah.
So that's basically how your prayer.
Yeah. Anytime I eat meat, I'm gonna pray. Give the thanks to the animal, and send out my blessings. So yeah, I have to. Yeah.
Well, I can say maybe either I've been eating the right meat or maybe I've been saying the right prayer, because lately I can't remember the last time I actually had a dream.
Really?
It's been a while for me.
But they say a lot of people are not dreaming like they should or supposed to, because of a lot of things that's going on in the world. As far as they want you to stop dreaming, because dreams actually help you. Right. Like, sometimes dreams can be scary as fuck, but if you, like, dreams is like the underground, like, tunnel. Right. Like, dreaming is like going down a rabbit hole. You need to dream. It's very important to dream. It's not a night it ain't a night or day. Whenever I go to sleep, I'm gonna dream, and I want to dream. Sometimes I go to sleep to dream. I take medicine. When I take a certain pill to dream, because I want to dream, because I need to know what's going on. It helps me in life. Right. I see everything before it happens. Okay. So, yeah.
So let me rephrase that. Really, what I meant was I haven't had a bad dream, actually. Yeah. Like, if I had a dream, it probably been something simple, nothing spectacular, nothing major. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah. But rarely, I just don't actually. I haven't been dreaming lately. I'm gonna be honest with you.
But you have had dreams, just not bad dreams.
Yeah, just not bad dreams.
Which is a good thing. Even bad dreams not always a bad thing, though. Sometimes you think it's a bad dream, it's a warning. It's a sign. It's teaching you something. So you got to always pay attention. My grandma used to teach me how to tell dreams, the meaning of the dreams. Right. So I know a lot about dreams. A whole lot. I can help a lot of people, but it's a price you have to pay when it comes to helping people with the things That's why I had to realize everything ain't for everybody. So yeah, it's very deep, rabbit hole deep.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of that, when did you use, like, your powers, your natural? Do you feel like these are natural given powers? And when did you, like, start using, develop them?
I've always had them. I've always had them. I just had to find knowledge of myself. I had to know thyself. I had to understand who I was and why certain things would happen. Or, I can say I started using them, like I said, after the car wreck or whatever.
And what you said it was?
I don't really look at age like that. Because although I'm 34, I'm not 34. Right. Soulfully, I'm not. I don't know if it gonna confuse you or go over people's head.
I mean, you explain it a little better for the people that might be watching.
I might be 34 in this physical body, but in the spiritual, I done been here before. So my goal and my mission, like now, is to do what I gotta do in this body now, in the physical now, so I don't have to come back to this earth. So I won't have to be reincarnated or nothing, be brought back. I want to do what I gotta do, and that's it, you know. Because I most definitely know I'd have been here like thousands of years ago. And I know. So
do you think it is something that is a continuously thing? Just
until you do what you're supposed to do. Right. Until you get to that level or that dimension, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. So you won't have to keep repeating it. You know, that's why sometimes people have deja vu. Oh, I didn't saw that before. No, you didn't live that life before. Right. Yeah.
So that kind of explain deja vu a little bit better on another level. You feel what I'm saying? Because I have had moments where I had deja vu. You feel me? And I kind of felt like I've been here before, or this happened before. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, you must definitely been here before. If not, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you. Right. We crossed paths in some other life. I don't know right now. Maybe I'll dream about it tonight or tomorrow, but I don't know. But we didn't cross paths. So when we tried to meet the first time, it didn't work. So now we here. Yeah. It's kind of difficult to explain or to get people to understand. Right. But I mean, if you tuned in or into the spiritual world, you'll understand it. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah. Okay,
so you know when you first used it, how did you use it? Would you say good or bad?
Okay, here's the story. I knew it because of like my grandmas, my aunties. They done it, you know. What I didn't know that there was a good side and there was a bad side. Some people use it to do 100% evil with it. Right. Some people use it for good things. Like in my situation, when I was using it, it was to protect my family. I had them all spiritually protected. Right. So when I really tapped in is when I moved to California. When I moved to California, I actually moved and ran away because I was so tired, depressed, drained. So when I went to California, I actually ran into a cult. I moved into a cult. Right. And they taught me a lot of things, which I always had questions about. You know, and after my grandma died, I didn't have nobody else to help me with these things. Right. So I always had questions. So once I ran into these people in California, they just, you know, didn't sugarcoat nothing. They didn't dim my light. They actually welcomed me into their darkness. And honestly, it felt really good. But when I came back, I understood people was very afraid of me. Very afraid to the point where it made me lose my fucking mind. Because I thought something was wrong with me. Wow. So, yeah.
Okay, so, you know, a lot of people shy away from it because of, you know, the raising, like how we were raised. You know, because we were raised to stay away from it. Don't believe in it because once you accept it and take it to that level, it can start, you know, happening to you, or you know, certain things just go to happening, or you allowing it to come in. So I feel like that's why a lot of people maybe, you know, shy away from you or something like that. But other than that, I have also heard that it's like a natural gift that was given, you know, to the blacks, and it was like a gift that we were tricked out of.
Yeah, most definitely. Our ancestors used it a lot to protect themselves from evil people not of our color. Right. So they done a lot of protection with it, you know, and that's what I was taught to use it for, protection. I also know how to use it in all kind of ways. But just like if you put out good karma, good gonna come back to you. If you put out bad karma, bad most definitely gonna come back to you. So when I was doing it, I done a lot of things that was positive. I've had my evil moments. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And tell us about some of them evil moments. Have you ever used it like against somebody because you were mad, or just tell me about the worst time that you used it?
It was this guy. He was after me. Here's the thing with me. I can be in a relationship with somebody, and because they know I do voodoo, some guys use it against me. Right. And people around will talk about it and use it against me. Oh, well, he with him, she's with him, or he's with her because she put that stuff on. I don't put nothing on nobody. What comes with me is what comes with me, and it ain't got nothing to do with voodoo. It's just because I got a beautiful soul. I'm a good person. I got great energy, and people just fall in love with realness. People they can trust, you know, people that love you for real. So when the guy was after me, he tried to hurt me. He tried to kill me. So I did, you know, tap in a little bit. And I'm going to use the word tap in because that's how me and my people connect. Sometimes you hear me say tap in because I need you to know. Like, if I want your attention, I'm going to get it. So, yeah, I use it to keep him off of me. So I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I don't have to use it. I can just speak it. And if you bother me, if I shed a tear, and if this tear is put out into the universe because I'm so spiritually protected, so whatever goes on with you because of how you hurt me or done me, that's on you. But yeah, I have used. I can't say exactly what I done with it because it'll be a dangerous game all over again. But I made sure that he wouldn't mess with me no more. Matter of fact, you know, probably when we get off camera, I can show you he's apologizing now. Yeah, because it's just how the universe works. I do believe in God. You know, it took a lot because at one point I was evil. I'm not gonna lie because the world hated me. They did. It made me feel like I didn't belong here. But I came a long way. So it taught me to believe and trust in God. I do. I believe in a higher power. And so I just don't mess with it. Like talking about. But I can find myself doing things that I'm not aware of. But I don't want to do it like to scare people openly. So yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you about the draws technique that I was told.
The draw?
Yeah, the
what
draws.
I drew?
Like the draws. Like people wear draws.
Oh, okay.
So is it true that if you take draws, bury it under your porch, the person would never go away?
It's not true.
Right, okay. Oh, it's not.
It can be true though. Okay, say for instance, like females. Sometimes our bodies, you know, have things that come out of us. So if a male knew this type of stuff, they would call him a warlock. But if he knew this type of stuff, he would take. I tell you what, since you said it, it made me bring back a memory. It was this guy I was dating in California. I would go to sleep at night. And I would take these pills called Unison to help me sleep. That night, one specific night, I didn't take a pill because I felt something weird going on. So I seen him in the bathroom. The door was cracked, and I just happened to look because I was so curious. He was in there sniffing my panties. So when he sniffed it, he was most definitely a warlock. He called himself a priest as well. So he sniffed them, and he put some dirt on them. So he had full control of my mind, body, and spirit. I could be in Mississippi and hear him there in California telling me what to do. So I had to do some things to get him off of me because he most definitely had me under his wing. Only because I was in a weak, dark place. But nobody can mess with you when you pray and you call on Jesus. They cannot. And people don't want me to say this, but they can't do it. They can't touch you.
What about the fact of not believing in it?
You don't believe in it, you just don't believe in it.
So could it still?
But even if when you don't believe in it, it leads to this question: do you believe in God? So if you don't believe in it, what do you believe in? That's a question you have to ask next.
Okay. Well, you know, like I said, it just basically come from the raising, and you know, I came from like a godly home, and we was like kind of taught to stray away from it. You feel what I'm saying? Just don't get involved with it. So, you know, that's kind of like a tricky question, you know. But you asking like, what do you believe in? And I say God, but at the same time, I can't see how it could be attached to something like that. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, I have heard, you know, many speak on it and talk about there's like a natural born gift that was given to us, you know, as a culture. So
I just tell people, if you believe in God, believe in God. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Because everybody, people like me are what people call chosen. Basically what happens is say for instance, my grandma done it. It might have skipped my mama, her sisters, her brothers, but it might have came to me as a granddaughter. So it just skips from people to people, or it can be just so close to people. But I was chosen, and I know I was because my grandma would give everybody else money. She wouldn't give me no money, but what she would give me was knowledge, advice. She would teach me how to survive. And I always wondered why she won't give me no money. One day she told me I'm not, because what I'm gonna teach you and show you is more than what money can do for you. Right. So yeah, I was definitely chosen. Everything ain't for everybody, and I had to learn it for real. So yeah, it's deep, it's powerful. You gotta watch what you say and do. Everybody don't need to know it. Although I'm speaking about it, you know, I think it's some things I can talk about, some things I know not to talk about. It can get me in some very, very big trouble. Right. And from the past experiences, it did.
Okay, so can you tell me a little bit about Skinwalkers? Do you know anything about those?
Yeah. A lot of people are afraid of Skinwalkers. Some people don't even know what a Skinwalker is. Skinwalkers are basically, say for instance, can I use you as an example? The video I seen of you where it looked like something was in your camera. At first I thought it was like a bird, but then it looked like it started walking on the ground. So it's basically like that. It's something that's one thing and it literally turns into another like thing, you know. They use it as in ghost stories. You know, say for instance, it's a ghost, it's a little bug standing here, all of a sudden the bug just go over there and it just start walking like a human. Right. You got Skinwalkers, you got, what's the word? I can't think of the word, it'll come to me. But you got all type of stuff. It exists, it's real. I done seen plenty of it, but I'm not afraid of it. Just like the Greys, I don't know if you're familiar with the Greys. They're like aliens that people see.
They're what now?
Like something like aliens that people see. They stand in the doors beside their beds.
I actually seen a UFO before. I don't know if you believe me or not, but
yeah,
I did. I seen a UFO in the sky, and it looked like it lit up the whole sky, like it was taking a picture of our whole area over there. And it was kind of weird. I tried to record it, and I couldn't catch it on my camera.
So do you believe we got a flat Earth or a round Earth?
I honestly, I was taught, I believe that we got it's a round Earth. Yeah. But it got to be, most people think that it's flat because how do it hold all the water?
No, most people think that it's round. Most people do not think that it's flat. Most people do think that it's round. Right. But because of TikTok, more people are in the area of knowing. That's why they're trying to ban TikTok.
Okay, so what you say is flat or what you say is round?
It's most definitely flat. This motherfucker so round, you think you could drive off the earth? Right. It just don't make sense. Like sometimes you gotta think outside the box. Yeah, it's flat. It's flat Earth. And then say we're like in a dome. People try to escape out of here. Like yeah.
So do you believe in like the galaxy stars, all that type of stuff?
Yeah.
Do you believe they really exist?
I'm not gonna say I don't. But one thing I do believe in is the moon. I'm a Cancer. We're very in tune with the moon. And some people look at me as a witch. So a lot of the things that I was doing with that stuff, I had to use the moon to know when to do it and how to do it. So, yeah, I believe in stuff. I believe in shooting stars. I make a wish when I see one. Right. Like I believe in something. Yeah. Yeah, I believe in it.
Okay. So, you know, that was my main goal to bring someone on with some knowledge that can kind of break this thing down to us and help us kind of understand if they choose to understand. You know, I felt like it was kind of interesting. I feel like it'd be an interesting topic to talk about to bring forward to my fan base. So
enlighten them.
Yeah, enlighten them on it. Because like you said, when I gave you that video, it kind of scared me a little bit. You know, when I saw what I saw in my video, like when you said it was a Skinwalker. And I was like, man, I got to send it to somebody that I know, you know, that's up on this type of stuff. So
I told you don't be afraid and pray. Because sometimes when we're afraid of things, we just need to pray. Pray it away. And prayer does work. I don't know what people say. Some people say it don't. prayer works.
I feel it do.
So it does work. And once you pray and ask it to leave you alone, it'll leave you alone.
Right.
It shouldn't come back. And rebuke it. And I know it's strange for me to say this, but you got to rebuke it in the name of Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some people probably be mad at me because of what I know and who I am because I'm using Jesus' name. But so be it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, you know, I appreciate you for coming on, you know, to enlighten us on what's going on around us, you know, in this voodoo thing. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say witchcraft because I don't want to offend anyone. So I appreciate you for, you know, kind of upping my knowledge on it too. You know, that it offends certain people or people that know about it. So with that being said, I appreciate you. I know you had a lot of more things you could have been doing, you know,
oh my God.
instead of breaking this knowledge down to us. So
yeah, I got a question. Are you familiar with the Ankh?
No, I'm not.
Do you know what the Ankh is? You know what it look like?
Mm-mm.
You want to pull it up for you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Where's the ashes? The Ankh, the symbol of life. You got the Ankh. You got the cross.
I thought it was actually a person.
Ankh?
Mm-hmm. Ankh.
No, the Ankh is the symbol of life. Now, if I tell you what the cross means, it might get me in some trouble.
Right.
I don't care. It's a symbol of death. I ain't scared of nothing or
So
nobody.
what's that?
The Ankh is this. I'm gonna show it to you.
And the cross is involved with the Ankh or whatever.
The Ankh is what we should always use. This is the Ankh. It looks very similar to a cross, but this is the Ankh.
Right.
This is the womb. This is the penis. This is the fallopian tube. This is life.
Mm-hmm.
This is Ankh. A lot of times I wear this, but because people thought it was witchcraft or something dealing with the devil, when I had it on me, it was broken.
Right.
They broke it off me because they thought I was possessed. You know, wasn't possessed. I played along with it, but I most definitely wasn't possessed. You know.
So can you be possessed really?
I think more of what went on with me was because my weed was laced. And by my weed being laced, you know, you act out in a lot of things. And people really thought I was possessed. But my weed was most definitely laced. I got raped. All this was during the same week. I got raped, weed laced. Somebody tried to put me in the car with them. So it made me act out as if I was possessed. I think I had a bad nervous breakdown on top of my weed being laced. But yeah.
So what happened, you know, for you to become laced? Is that an experience you would like to speak on?
I love to speak on it. Same thing that happens when I try to leave somebody alone. They're gonna rape me, lace my weed, beat me up.
Right.
They do evil things. They call me evil.
So how would you say that you found your way out of it?
Out of what?
Out of, you know, the situation and on the road to recovery of
I prayed. I done a lot of praying, and I basically learned how to control my demons. That's what I done. I put them away. Like they're still here. I just learned to control them and let go of anger.
Right.
Like if I'm so mad, they will most definitely come out, and nobody needs to. When I feel them coming out or trying to act up, I keep people away from me because I need to control this. Because something like, do you hear like certain celebrities talking about an ego?
Right.
Like Beyonce, perfect example. They say, well, she's Beyonce, but Sasha fierce, which means that other person come out of her.
Right.
Well, that's the same thing that goes on with me. I'm Kiara. Well, I'm Kai, but the other person, we had a name, me and my spiritual friend. They called it Kika Mai. They said it was like a African witch. She was very powerful and strong.
Is that considered voodoo? Like being a witch?
You can say that, but I wouldn't say it. But most people probably would say it. Like witches deal with voodoo, so they put it all in everything to people is dark. So yeah, it's just something comes out of me that when I'm going through something like lately, I need people to stay away from me. I can't be bothered. I have to isolate myself because what goes on with me is very, very dangerous, and I just need to be okay.
Right.
until I calm them down. Because they're most definitely here. I don't have to do nothing. I don't have to do nothing, but it will take control of my body, my soul, my spirit. It's not a good feeling, but it's like when I can't protect myself, it comes and protect me for me.
Right.
So yeah, it's dangerous, and I warn people, it's not me. It ain't nothing I can do about it. It's really that dangerous.
Right.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: what was your experience like? What was the feeling like being laced?
Being laced, it made me actually it made me tap into another world. I would see different things like that normal people wouldn't see. It made me. I was already spiritual, so the boost in the laced weed and stuff, it just made me go into another dimension.
Right.
Yeah, and I can see a lot of things. I was seeing things, maybe dead people that lived maybe in the same town or city, and I would actually see them walking around town.
Right.
But I couldn't tell nobody. I just know I could see them, I could talk to them, but I'm here. I'm here today. I'm back to myself, and I'm thankful. Like I said, a lot of things I can't say or talk about.
I think that kind of remind me of the Ultra Instincts. You know, dealing with Dragon Ball Z, it had something had to accumulate in order for Goku to tap into the Ultra Instinct, which sounds like your situation.
Yeah.
Well, something had to happen for you to like tap more into.
I tell you what, I can tell you this. When I would get so angry, I can call on, like I said, the people in California taught me a lot of stuff. I can call on a lot of these demons, demigods and stuff, and they would take over my body.
Right.
For instance, Lilith, you can hear about her in the Bible. Or I read they take Lilith out of the Bible, because that was Adam's first wife. I don't know if you know that or not.
Who now?
Lilith. I know a lot about the Bible.
No, I never.
Yeah, the Bible is magic. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, that was Adam's first wife. I can tap into Lilith. The Lilith, she wanted something very powerful, and I don't know if I can't speak about it on camera, but she wanted it. Like, she craved it. She would kill for it just to drink it. You get where I'm going?
Yeah.
So yeah, I learned to control those cravings or those things, and if I didn't pray today, I would still be on that level. But I done learned to balance the physical and the spiritual. Like I said, it's deep. I'm not normal. I'm not average.
Right.
And it's dangerous to even mess with me, to even think bad thoughts about me, because I'm such a good person. And when people mistreat me, it's basically like, you mistreating God. Not saying that I'm God. Right. Because we are gods, but I'm not saying that I'm God. But yeah, like when I cry, God cry.
Right.
That's dangerous.
Okay, so do you feel like let's say, do you feel like 95% of hurt women becoming hurt comes from males?
It don't gotta come from me. It can come from your mama, sister. It can come from females. I done been hurt by everybody. Everybody that walked into my life done hurt me, and I ain't did nothing but show love, shine my light. You know, everybody done hurt me.
Right.
And I feel like that's how I became or tapped into the person that I am, because I've always gave everybody this certain amount of love. I gave them this trust. I'm very loyal. I'm very big on loyalty. So when my heart is broke, not saying that I'm God, but it's like breaking God's heart.
Right.
Because I am God's child. And God knows who I am, my heart and stuff like that. But it's not good to break my heart. It's not good to make me mad. It's not good to make me cry. It's not good to make me worry.
Right. And
when stuff like that goes on, I try not to show no emotions, but cancers, you know how cancers, like Zodiac, we very emotional. So it's hard to hide my feelings or emotions. But I try to ignore. I taught myself to ignore things. Taught myself to stop worrying. because I don't want to see nothing bad happen to people, because it's gonna happen. And it ain't because I'm doing nothing to nobody. Like I say, a simple word, like if I'm mad or if I write it down, pencil and paper is magic. If I write it down, it's already out there in the universe.
Right.
I don't have to do nothing. I don't have to do no witchcraft or voodoo. I don't have to do none of it. My speaking, the tongue is powerful. By me speaking it into the universe, or telling God when I pray at night, telling God about worries or concerns, or talking to God about what people have done to me, that's enough right there.
Right.
And that's just what it is, and that's how far I came.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. You know, I feel like the hardest times in people's life make them stronger. You know,
Most
make them who they
definitely.
are.
I'm a witness.
And I'm a firm believer on it, actually. You know.
I don't know if you used to watch my lives. Did you used to watch my lives? When I was going through that stuff. You see all that stuff on my wall, the 666.
I would say like maybe 3 to 4 years ago, I was watching it too, where, you know, you was into it with somebody, and it was a situation going on. I think with an older guy that was locked up at the time or whatever.
Oh,
But that was
I went into it with him. I was fine. I actually wrote the jail where he was locked up at, and I helped him get out by writing a letter.
Okay.
And tell him who I am and what I do and what I know. See, let me tell you what's dangerous. What's dangerous is knowing. What's dangerous is for the people that's control a lot of things to know that I picked up that book and I read that book. I know my laws.
Right.
Knowing your laws is very important. So because I knew what I knew, I got him out of jail by just a letter and telling them, like, as a black man in America or in the United States, you can't hold him like that.
Wow.
I wrote the letter, it's still in my email. And he came home. He got out the same day. They bought him a hotel room. Because they reached out, because I scared them because I know too much. So yeah, I wrote a letter.
I mean, to this day, he still got to love you, because most women these days, they would be writing the jails and writing the prison, tell them keep his ass, let him stay in there, you know.
If I love you, I'm going to fight for you. If I love you, I'm going to fight for you. And I think that's been my problem. I always been the one who fight for everybody. Nobody have fought for me.
Right.
And I think that hurts a
That's
lot.
sad.
But it's okay, because I done learned how to deal with it. Maybe that's my purpose here, to protect other people, you know. But I most definitely know, like, once you know them laws, they know to beg the fuck back. So yeah.
That's why it's very important.
It's very important to read. Why do you think a lot of authors and stuff are dead? They putting out too much information. They don't want people to know this stuff.
Wow.
And I the universe will protect me. Although they probably don't even want me to speak about what I'm speaking about now. But I'm spiritually protected. So what if they try something? Okay? But whatever you try, it's most definitely going to come back on you.
You know, I pray that everything be good on your end, because
everything going to be good. It's nothing to worry about. We ain't got to talk about it.
Right.
I'm good.
I just hate to be like the reasoning, or
you won't be the reason,
or something like that.
You wouldn't most definitely won't be the reason. They the reason. Because if it wasn't so powerful, they'll let you, you know, talk about it. But by talking about it, you waking people up. They don't want people woke.
Right.
They don't want nobody woke. You know? And my job is not to wake people up, or I'm not going to say it's not my job, but I'm not on purposely trying to wake people up. I'm not on purposely trying to give them this game, because the game is to be sold, not told. You know? So when I speak, that's just what's in me anyways. It's just what I know. Like, I can't have a regular conversation with people because you don't speak my language.
Right.
So, yeah, most of the time, I see somebody stuff, hey and bye, you know. I can't talk to you because you're not talking about nothing.
Right.
You know, so, yeah, I ain't telling nothing I was supposed to tell.
Okay. Well, I feel like I'm a very open person, you know, when it comes to learning different cultures, people beliefs and stuff like that. Because basically, and more solely on what I do, you feel what I'm saying? And I feel like it's a lot of people that can be on the same thing, or that can be dealing with the same stuff that I can bring on and help people with.
They don't want it. You can give it to them. Them motherfuckers look at you like you crazy.
Right.
They don't want it. It's only a handful of people like me. A handful. I can talk to somebody all day long about it. I can tell them everything. They'll still turn around and ask me some dumb shit like, is the sky blue? I don't talk to people. I only speak when spoken to. And I'm speaking now because it's been long overdue.
Right.
You know how many people that reached out to me to do interviews and talk about this stuff? I got an interview coming up in Memphis to talk a little more deeper.
Right.
Am I afraid? No. Do I want to talk about it? I'm thinking. Because once I open up them doors, they open.
Okay.
Now I'll be ready to fight.
But we're going to be waiting on that interview to drop when you do your interview in Memphis. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of more people that's going to be going to watch this video, that's going to be watching and waiting for it too. So much love, and I hope much success on whatever route you choose to go. We're doing that, And like I said, we appreciate you for coming on and giving us the game, and, so we can kind of take it in like a sponge. You feel me? So is there anything else you want to speak on, or you want to give somebody a shout out?
No, I just want to give you my blessings. Because it takes a strong person to even sit here this long to talk about me, to me, to talk to me. I just want to thank you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I certainly appreciate it.
I would say peace, blessings, and we say ashe. Ashe.
Ashe. What's ashe?
It's a more powerful word. Like if you're saying a prayer, most people say amen. I say ashe. Because it's powerful. It means I command, I demand these things. I demand these blessings. So it's gonna happen. Ashe. It's very powerful. Before we had amen, we had ashe. So they took a lot of things away from us, stripped it, but ashe. That means I'm sending you blessings, and it's gonna happen.
Okay.
It's definitely gonna happen.
Well, I sure do appreciate you, and the same to you, ashe, as you say.
Ashe.
And hopefully we can do this again. We're gonna see how people respond.
Yeah.
And interact with everything in the comments, so we can go from there.
Well, whoever it's for is for them.
Right. So do you have any type of social media?
I do have a social media. My Instagram, I think, is Kai Harris, K-I-E Harris. My Facebook, I got 3 Facebook pages. Key Harris, Kai Harris, and Kiara Kai.
Right.
I got a Snap, Kai Harris. Basically, just type in Kai Harris.
On everything.
On everything. And the only difference is the Kiara Harris and the Kiara Kai. Facebook pages, but everything is the same.
So what about a TikTok and YouTube?
I got a TikTok. My children took over my TikTok.
It's like some of my biggest platforms, TikTok and YouTube.
YouTube is Kai Harris.
Right.
It might be Kai Harris So Sexy. But yeah, they took over TikTok. Somewhat of my YouTube. I got a YouTube video. I used to be a twerker.
Right. Okay. Yeah, used to.
Yeah, twerk. Nice little videos on there. Yeah.
And this is YouTube, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody know where to go if they want to find Key or Kai Harris twerking, And
you the only one who said it right. Key.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's how I was saying it at first, but I wasn't sure. See, I ain't want to offend you.
Okay, it's Key because my name is Kiara. My sister's name is LaKeisha.
Right.
She is called Kiki or Key. So I started going with Kai because I didn't want to debate over, a name.
Right.
So I'm Kai, but it's Key. I don't know why my mama named this like this, but yeah, it's Key. So I answer to Kai.
I just started thinking like you take away the K and put a P in front of it, that's Pi. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe it is, Kai. But at first, I was thinking like Key.
Yeah, it's Key.
Key Harris. That sounded more proper and more,
yeah,
to me.
It's Key, but we gonna stick with Kai.
Okay.
For personal reasons.
Okay. All right. So, I want to thank you for coming on, and I wish you safe travels back to where you got to go. Until next time, you know, we appreciate you on here. And we out.